Another day, another story. The Boston Marathon bombing occurred on April 15, 2013, and it was a tragic incident that shook the city of Boston and the entire nation. The attack was carried out by two brothers, Tamerlan and Dzhokhar Tsarnaev, who were of Chechen descent and had been living in the United States for several years. Here's the full story of the Boston Marathon bombing.
Welcome to Tabo Eminent Channel.
On that fateful day, thousands of runners and spectators gathered near the finish line of the Boston Marathon, an annual event that attracts participants from around the world. The atmosphere was filled with excitement and anticipation as the runners approached the final stretch. Little did they know that their lives were about to change drastically. At approximately 2:49 p.m., just as many runners were crossing the finish line, two pressure cooker bombs concealed in backpacks were detonated near the spectators' area on Boylston Street. The powerful explosion sent shockwaves through the crowd, causing immediate chaos, panic, and devastation. The blasts resulted in the deaths of three innocent individuals: Martin Richard, an 8-year-old boy; Crystal Campbell, a 29-year-old woman; and Lingzi Liu, a 23-year-old Chinese graduate student. Over 260 people were injured, with many suffering severe injuries such as lost limbs. In the aftermath of the explosions, law enforcement agencies, including the Federal Bureau of Investigation, FBI, swiftly initiated a large-scale investigation to identify and apprehend the perpetrators responsible for the horrific attack. Authorities quickly obtained images and videos from surveillance cameras, which played a crucial role in identifying the two suspects. The suspects were soon identified as the Tsarnaev brothers, Tamerlan and Dzhokhar. As the manhunt intensified, the brothers, aware that their identities were revealed, attempted to flee the city. On the night of April 18, they ambushed and killed an MIT police officer named Sean Collier in an attempt to steal his weapon. A massive manhunt ensued, with thousands of law enforcement personnel involved in the search for the suspects. The city of Boston and several neighboring areas were placed on lockdown, with public transportation suspended, schools closed, and residents urged to stay indoors. The manhunt reached its peak on the evening of April 19 when a Watertown resident discovered Dzhokhar hiding in a boat parked in their backyard. Law enforcement surrounded the area and engaged in a dramatic standoff. After an exchange of gunfire, Dzhokhar was apprehended and taken into custody. Tamerlan, however, was critically injured during the shootout and was later pronounced dead at the hospital. The arrest of Dzhokhar Tsarnaev brought a sense of relief to the city and the nation. In the subsequent investigation, it was revealed that the Tsarnaev brothers had become radicalized and motivated by extremist ideologies. They had planned and executed the bombings as an act of terrorism, seeking to instill fear and cause harm to innocent people. Dzhokhar Tsarnaev was put on trial in 2015, and after a lengthy legal process, he was found guilty of all 30 charges against him, including conspiracy to use a weapon of mass destruction resulting in death. In May 2015, he was sentenced to death. However, the death penalty sentence was later overturned by an appeals court in 2020, and the case is currently under review. The Boston Marathon bombing left a lasting impact on the city of Boston and the nation as a whole. It showcased the resilience and strength of the community as they came together to support the victims and their families. The annual marathon continues to be held, and security measures have been significantly strengthened to prevent such tragedies from occurring again. One of the remarkable stories to emerge from the Boston Marathon bombing is the story of Jeff Bauman, a survivor who became an inspirational symbol of resilience and hope. On that fateful day, Jeff Bauman was standing near the finish line to cheer on his girlfriend, Erin Hurley, as she ran in the marathon. As the first bomb exploded, Jeff was severely injured, losing both of his legs in the blast. Despite the excruciating pain and chaos around him, Jeff managed to maintain consciousness and provided critical information to authorities that would aid in the investigation. Following the attack, Jeff Bauman became a symbol of strength and determination. His photograph, being rushed away in a wheelchair with a tourniquet applied to his leg, became an iconic image of the tragedy. It captured the resilience of the survivors and the compassion of the first responders. During his recovery, Jeff underwent extensive surgeries and rehabilitation to adapt to his new life without legs. Throughout his journey, he received tremendous support from family, friends, and the community. He also formed a close bond with Carlos Arredondo, a bystander who had come to his aid immediately after the blast. Carlos helped save Jeff's life and became a mentor and friend, supporting him through the difficult physical and emotional challenges. Jeff's determination and positive attitude inspired countless individuals around the world. With the unwavering support of his loved ones, he embarked on a journey of physical and emotional healing, learning to walk again with prosthetic legs. Despite the immense physical challenges he faced, Jeff refused to let the tragedy define him. In 2014, Jeff Bauman released his memoir titled Stronger, recounting his experiences before, during, and after the bombing. The book detailed his struggle with the aftermath of the attack and his journey towards recovery, both physically and emotionally. The memoir received critical acclaim and resonated with readers, providing an intimate insight into the impact of the tragedy on one individual's life. Jeff's story was further brought to the big screen in 2017 when the film adaptation of Stronger was released. Actor Jake Gyllenhaal portrayed Jeff Bauman in the movie, showcasing the challenges he faced and the resilience he exhibited throughout his recovery process. Today, Jeff Bauman continues to be an advocate for survivors of trauma and an inspiration for those facing adversity. He has used his platform to raise awareness about the impact of violence, as well as to support organizations that assist amputees and veterans. His story stands as a testament to the indomitable human spirit and the power of resilience in the face of unimaginable tragedy. Thanks for watching. Request you to subscribe the channel.